Lady Circle right here on TV3. I mean, every single Saturday evening on TV3, we bring you the best form of entertainment. I mean, it's been a stressful week. You've gone to work or you've gone about your duties the whole week. And this is the time to just relax in the comfort of your home, grab some snacks, of course, add some fun milk to it, and make sure you relax and enjoy every bit of the conversation we're about to have. And of course, the fun right here on the show. My name is Anita Ikia Ekufu. As always, I have some serious reinforcement, but today, the reinforcement is reinforcing. And so, ladies, are you ready? I have here with me Helen Apia Ampofo, Sika Osei, Douglas, and of course, Ajua Noela is joining us for this episode. Ladies.
Hello.
Now, what's happening?
I said
coordination.
I didn't get the memo.
No, you did. You did.
Well, yeah,
You
I did.
You know, we are bonded in spirit.
Like
we are bonded in the fight.
Yes, it's going to be a
I
fantastic
mean, great
show.
minds think alike.
Let's get into saying a very big thank you to our sponsors.
Exactly. And of course, a big thank you going out to Yaz Sanitary Pad for holding us down on the Lady Circle, and also to Tina Tet Venicare.
And for some of us with a sweet tooth, a very big thank you going out to Fun Milk for always refreshing us on the show, and Tasty Tom.
So ladies, this is when we just take our seats because we have a lot to talk about. So let's come this way.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
And so we take our seats and then we get talking about everything. I mean, there's a lot to talk about, ladies. A whole lot to talk about.
Yes.
But even before we get into that, before, you know, everything gets heated up, Fun Milk has a message for our viewers. And so Fun Ice American Vanilla. Oh, that sounds so sweet. American Vanilla. That is not to say they are taking you to America. No. We are all in Ghana here and we'll be enjoying the Fun Milk right here. So there's a new taste of love in town. Are you ready for it? Fun Ice, Ghana's #1 ice cream brand, has added an exciting new flavor to its range, and it's so nice. The new Fun Ice American Vanilla ice cream comes with irresistible, delicious chocolate chip inclusions to offer you more pleasure in every single scoop. One scoop won't be enough. Some of us, we want like 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this is why the Fun Ice American Vanilla comes in 500 ml and 900 ml sizes. It gets even more exciting. Log on to the Fun Ice Ghana page on IG and Fun Ice GH on TikTok now to win a one-time experiential fun, fix and chill night with free flow of Fun Ice American Vanilla all night long. Fun Ice American Vanilla is available now in any supermarket or petrol mart near you. You can also order through Fun Delivery. That's really cute. Fun Delivery. 055-176-7676. Let me take that again. 055-176-7676. Fun Ice American Vanilla, a little chocolate chips for more pleasure. Ooh, ladies. We'll be having our cups
After the break, but it sounds so romantic.
You
It's
know-
really going to be perfect. Picnic style, but not in the afternoon, in the evening.
Okay.
You know, you're surrounded by all these candle lights. There's a bit of strawberries, there's a bit of fruits. You know, there's a in your face. And then, of course, you have your Fun Milk with this new flavor. And your beloved is just scooping it and then just off. Hey, madam, no. Undim. You definitely know, but I think we should just setting the mood. Should we say thank you to our, you know, the people who styled us today?
yes.
Can I say we look absolutely fabulous? If we should say so ourselves, we are bigging ourselves up, you know.
Absolutely.
But I mean, Anita, let's start with you. You look
As
so
always,
pretty.
Ayua Emporium, located in Osu.
Osai.
Yeah, go to Osu. And of course, my hair from Wig Central GH. Thank you guys so much. You make me look absolutely stunning. For Bay. No.
For Bay.
No Bay.
No Bay.
Yeah.
But soon to have Bay. Yes.
All right, I like that you said that. A big thank you to Rosie's Glam Factory for these locks, these amazing tresses, and also to Marv's Boutique for this ensemble. Thank you very much.
Yes. Well, this is from Marv's Boutique
That's
as well,
from Mar's
right?
Boutique as
Yes.
well in Medina. A very big thank you for making me look dashing.
Yes, you look beautiful. And that haircut, we always say it's not everybody that can pull off this kind of hair. We will not try it. We'll just do what we know we can do. A big thank you to bandlish for my beautiful locks. The natural hair is giving. It's giving. You would know
It's
giving. And would like to say a very big thank you to Vogue to Chic. They provided me with this beautiful jacket. I absolutely love it. Well, before we go on a quick break, you know we are advocates of Yas here on the Ladies Circle. And we are because it's a quality product, especially for that time of the month. As a lady, we know how uncomfortable it can be. You want to feel comfortable during that time. You want to make sure that you're secure. And with the new Yas line of products, you know, the minty, the herbal, the extra long, they have everything. It's something for somebody. You can be assured that that time of the month is going to go like a breeze. The purple experience is lit. Take it from us. Let's take a quick break, but don't move anywhere. It's the Lady Circle. Hashtag the Lady Circle here on TV3. We'll see you very, very soon.
We're still having so much fun right here on the Ladies Circle, and we're also enjoying some very delicious fan milk. Today, it's a girls affair. We're hanging out with Adra Noella on the Ladies Circle. There's lots for us to discuss this evening. Now, we know we're not living in regular times. It's been said we're not in normal times. The situation across the globe is quite dire, but especially in our part of the world where young people have to make the money really stretch. You ask people what proportion of their salary goes towards rent, they'll tell you 80% plus. In some instances, 95% plus. That's almost your entire income going on rent alone. Our government recently launched the National Renters Scheme, National Renters Assistance Scheme, if you will, to help the average Ghanaian get a loan to secure a place to lay their head. Anita is already laughing because when it comes to issues of rent and the wahala that comes with it, she's no stranger to the turmoil.
Oh, I've had my fair share.
You've had your fair share. Why is it so difficult? And let's break it down from affordability, availability, the costs up front, and the monies that are taken up front a year advance, sometimes 2 years advance. Why is it so hard for the average Ghanaian just to have a place to lay their head? We're not asking for much. It's very simple.
I know, it sounds very simple, but on the grounds, it's not that simple. And you know, this whole topic takes me back to my uni days. So I decided, oh, why not? I mean, I want to be on my own, and, you know, have my own space.
You're an adult now.
Exactly, function on my own. And if you are not strong in Accra, especially, accommodation alone can make you so frustrated that everything of yours will be messed up. Because it's one of the basic needs. I mean, you need a place to lay your head. After a long day, you need somewhere to, I mean, go relax, no matter how small the space is, at least. So that was where my house hunting began.
Oh boy.
And I have seen Shaggy. From, you know, the agent's fee, you have viewing fee.
Viewing fee, yes.
By the time you find a place that you even like, maybe like 10% like, you spent close to 500 cedis, 600 cedis on just, you go and see one place, you pay 50 Ghana. And I would tell an agent, oh, this is what I'm looking for. As a university student, I want maybe one single room that, Charlie, I can manage. I would tell him, oh, this and this is what I want in this particular space. You know very well that where you are taking me, I will not like it. But they will lead you there and you have to pay.
Oh, that's not fair.
Exactly. That is the experience. So you go to maybe, let's say on Monday, you see one house, you pay 50 Ghana. Tuesday, this same agent will call you, Madam Charlie, menya baby, then you two, out of desperation, you will follow him, go around, and by the time the week ends, and that money you have even maybe put aside to use to pay the landlord, you realize that it keeps going down because you have to pay the agent. And the annoying thing is that every amount you are paying your landlord or landlady, the agent owns 10% of it. So if it is 10,000 Ghana cedis, you have to give the agent 1,000 Ghana cedis just for helping you. It's not that he owns the property, just helping you get it. And how they will drag you to get that money, unless you get somebody who is good and will understand that, oh, I'll give you some time. In 2018 thereabout, I moved to a place and this landlord got the frustration will not be small. The landlord is tough, agent is tough, and they will not even listen to you. And I mean, the stress you will go through. Charlie,
It's a lot.
it's a lot.
Yes.
It's a whole lot.
It really is. I know that there were some efforts to create some affordable housing. I mean, in fact, we've heard it so many times. I even know of a certain organization that wanted to actually come out with, you know, affordable housing somewhere going towards like Wager. I think they'd gotten some land there. And the whole idea was, I don't know if you guys have seen that in America, they do have these abilities to put up small, very, you know, portable houses. I think they're wooden houses. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. They're wooden structures. You can easily assemble it really quickly, so you don't actually have to spend so much in creating it. But of course, there were so many roadblocks, so many things that they had to go through to be able to even get the permission from government to be able to do these projects. So apart from the fact that government is not even supplying this basic right, as you've so rightly said, Helen, they are not allowing other people who want to try and do that to even proceed to do it.
I mean, I don't rent, but I've heard so many stories. There was one I heard recently that, aside, you know, everything, she got the place, she's living in the house, and now her landlord comes and says, every person living in the house has to pay 60 cedis for water bill every single month. So if you're living there with your she was actually living with her mother and her kids. So every single person in the house has to pay a monthly or a weekly. It was quite outrageous. And I even saw another breakdown someone made on social media. You know, 2 years advance rent is about 9,000 cedis, and then 10%, like Anita said, goes to the agents. Then 100 cedis for viewing fee. By the time you're done, where are we even supposed to see the money?
Yeah.
Because first of all, it's not like you work in places that they give you, you know, an advance money because they know you're coming to rent or anything. Everything is monthly. So if your agent is asking or your landlord is asking for 2 years advance, I mean...
2 years advance for 9,000, I'll take that. 9,000
Well, yes.
You know, 9,000 is even really cheap.
Yes.
I think the lady is called Patience, the lady who started this conversation. I think she was also on New Day. And I think the 9,000 is quite affordable. I mean, from where I stand. For 2 years, quite affordable. But in some areas, and you know, imagine working at a place like TV3, and you have to move from like Oyibi, places that are far. Like, people are doing that. Fair enough. That is if your parents have a house there and you feel like you do not have any reason to move out. But if you want to be in town, so that, I mean, proximity and your movement is quite easy and you don't have to spend much on transportation as well. Sometimes it is very prudent that you are in town. I basically love to be in town. My father has a house somewhere. He is living there, but I don't want to live with my father.
You know, but to be fair, you make a very good point about proximity.
Very important.
Proximity is important to work, to basically where your daily life pretty much functions.
That's right.
However, if you do have the option of staying at home, especially as a young person now, where maybe your house isn't too far, you can still stay with your parents. I know us young people, we want our independence, we want to be able to move when we want to move, come when we want to come. I hear you.
It doesn't matter.
I hear you.
Even move where you
Where
want.
you want to go. I hear you. But I don't know if the other girls would agree, but my advice to you is stay. Stay in that house. Save as much as possible. Right now, savings. I don't want to talk about investments and, of course, the whole issue of haircuts and whatever. Investing now is a little dicey. But if you can save that money that you would use to rent a place, if you have that option. I know not everybody has that option, and proximity too is an issue. But if you're close and you have that option, I think you should try and consider
you have to give people this advice. They've gone home.
You know, but you know something? I've also realized that a lot of young people, whether in school, not in school, working, not working, they have a business, they do not have a business. I can say that the average young person in Ghana is renting. I do not know when it just blew up like that, but on Snapchat, you see most of the young girls, they live in apartments that
and
they are renting.
And this is my apartment.
You get it?
And this is how I'm
I think there's a lot of pressure on young people because of social media. So a lot of people want to have their own space so they can do their videos, they can do whatever they want to do. And if you allow that pressure to get to you and it gets to a point where you cannot afford it, you will become miserable. Luckily for some of us, we moved out, and beginning it was stressful, it was difficult, but we've been able to find our way, and we are okay, kakra, but still cry, it's pinching us small. You get it? It is not easy when you have to, some people have to, after 2 years, cough out as much as 40,000 Ghana cedis.
Whoa. Yeah.
40,000, you can use it for something. And you're looking at a landlord like this, you go, and you have to give it to him or her.
And that's tough.
Yeah.
And think about the relationship between this sort of thing and crime. We don't live in a jurisdiction where credit facilities are easy to come by. So, for example, you have a credit card and you can delay the payment. If you want to buy furniture, you have to have the money on the spot. Cash. If they say 20,000, you have to produce 20,000. You want to buy a table, you want to buy, you know, the furnishings, you have to have the money ready. The kind of pressure it puts on everybody to cough up that money, 40,000, there's no credit facility. Then you see crime rates start to rise because people just want a place to lay their head. They need to buy the furniture. You see the issues of corruption in the workplace. Yes, pen crime will rise because people want to get the money.
Talking about pimping the place, I mean, we will share TikTok videos. Sometimes I'm so amazed about what some people are able to do with their DIY skills, which is absolutely great. But then also there are some people that I sit there and I say, how are you living so extravagantly? Like, what are you doing? Please tell me. I want to know. I want to do some. But we do have a video to sort of buttress the points that we're making in this discussion. So let's just have a look and then we'll be right back.
In case I say, if you're a managing 2 years, what's name managing 2 years? Says here the fear be 2 years. I want them. What's name? What's name 2 years? We are 2 years account. Says here no. Sir, then someone has a per se. Uped single roomer. Uped single roomer. Says here no unkuta 600. Unkuta 500. Unkuta 700, 800. Unya dying. Says here agent for age 100 CDs for viewing fee and I say 80 Ghana. For viewing fee, just showing you the room. Says here, if you're a phobia, the Omodayam agent for Uchia 9,600, also Uchia agent 900, 600, 900 and almost 1,000 CDs. Why? Says here, you to the end day. Why? Like why? What? Like why? Hey. Like, it's serious. Sir, Matsna demo 2 years, I'm paying 8,000. Now I'm supposed to pay 9,600. And you're taking the 2 years. You take 1 year and put. Me can't see me engine 6 months in 1 year. To see how we hear Juma may fear. Ube boa no busumi pay a the amount say 600 or say 700. You have to eat only small one pay because a whole month no pay. And si back on one be den. Ume hwe bibi ye o. Ume hwe bibi ye wo man mu ampani for mun kan wan same hwe na youth for ye bre na ye kunkum ye anyhow. A direct inti ye be di ponti no ube komo ye kun. Ube komo ye kun ti youth no nti ye bre no muhu. A dancing kunye. A day.
And so there you have it. That's the video of the lady that was complaining. Quite emotional. I mean, you could even see it in her voice. You know, she was emotional about the whole thing, about the amount. It's funny how these people want you to pay about 180 CDs, 100 or 80 CDs just for viewing fee. And they know what you want. Like Anita said, they know what you want, but they'll intentionally not give you what you want just so they can make some money off you, even before you get the place and pay about 2 years. What my worry was the fact that after paying 2 years, whether you lived in it or not, after, he's just taking 2 years. Then there. That's what she was saying in the video.
Well, that's, and that's a shame because do you know who's supposed to be checking all of this?
Rent control.
Rent control. I find it very curious that government would launch a scheme like this. Not curious, obviously, they're trying to also solve a problem. But that money that's going towards giving out loans that you and I have to eventually pay back, how about we strengthen the institutions that have to check these things? I think it's a failing on government's part to say that because of what is going on, we have to introduce this. Who's supposed to check what is going on?
And prior to even checking what is going on, I think government needs to do quite a bit to regulate how rent rates are actually created. Do you see? Right now, it's a free-for-all.
See, the only thing is it's a free market, right?
It's dicey.
It's
It is dicey. However, some sort of laws can be put in place to say, you know what?
I mean, what I would say without a particular state
won't happen,
housing,
Zika.
it has to be competitive.
It will never happen.
Private renters, if they have competition, then if they, for example, Saglemi housing, governments past and present have allowed that institution, the buildings to rot.
Yeah.
If you have state housing that is affordable, it will force private landlords to be
come down.
competitive.
This is where I was going.
Most
That's true.
of the houses, like all throughout the regions, are owned by individuals. And these landlords, they are like this.
Yes.
They discuss it among themselves.
Then
So
they see what's
you think that, oh, landlord A is saying that, oh, pay 1,000 Ghana a month. It's too expensive. I'll find something that's cheaper. They all...
That's what I'm saying. If you have
get
state
it.
competition, if the state builds affordable
But
housing,
at this
private
point,
individuals will have to
you know
fight
something,
to
it
get
is
your money.
absolutely impossible.
Yes, well, they should make it possible and not introduce
it
policy
would,
after
yes.
policy that does not make sense. How, as a government, do you watch for something like Saglemi housing to rot? And then you don't check rent control. You don't put measures in place and then start giving out
But
money
the thing is,
to solve this cancer.
Helen, if you're given the option
blame,
to go live there, will you?
Listen, I have
It's
no
not- I mean,
qualms.
to
I have
be
no
fair-
qualms. It doesn't have to be in that particular
See,
place only.
this
National
problem
Cathedral, how about we
is
put up
like
housing for
this.
people there?
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
You know, Helen makes
That's
a
the
great
thing.
point.
It's great.
It goes back to the point of misplaced priorities.
Yes.
I mean, we're here arguing about a cathedral. Yes, God is important, but the Bible says that we are the temple of God. We don't need a building to be able to worship God. In fact, we would rather the money be diverted into things like affordable housing.
That's all
so that
I'm
the
saying.
everyday man, probably not you and I, because you ask, would you live there?
I
But
would.
some of the conditions in which people are living right now, Anita, next to gutters, next to literally slums. I think that would be more than enough for them. So if we could direct resources there, it would be very advisable, and it would force, like Helen said, the private landlords to fight for the money of the everyday person, and then they would be forced to bring down their prices. Can we be nice to our fellow person? I know the dollar rate is going up. We know. But it doesn't mean because the dollar rate is going up.
I mean, that's also true.
Triple,
Anita doesn't have a
quadruple
point.
your prices. You know, sometimes we forget that the shoe can be on the other.
But how is it
foot.
that a house you built in 1963?
19 Kojo.
And you are telling me that 2023.
It says cement in Ghana.
Cement
across no business.
I mean,
we
then
all
I
know
agree with
And
Anita,
you know
that's
something,
true.
in these houses, you still pay, some of the houses that, I mean, look good and all of that. There's something you call maintenance fee. You pay ahead of, even before you stay there. Or
Before
say,
the thing is
Bibi
broken.
say, yeah, the bay,
But then can I-
Bibi and say, so I don't give your money to you.
No, but they should. There should be
but they
a clause.
won't.
I don't know how many
See,
people
nobody's checking that.
actually look.
Yeah.
I don't know how many people actually have like lease contracts to be actually
Hardly.
to actually check to see
Hardly.
that okay, deposits that I make can actually be returned to me if certain situations and occurrences do not happen. Issue with rent control. We've actually had an experience with one of our houses where we had leased the place to a seemingly good gentleman who seemed to have his business.
That's seemingly for me.
Business on lock, we're like, oh, guy, wait, you're a stand-up guy, we're not going to have any problem. But keeping until we started hearing that certain legal stuff was happening within our property. And then the audacity, he stopped paying rent. And even to get the rent was an issue. Then to get him out was an issue because the law states that you become a statutory tenant where the law protects you rather than the landlord. So it took us quite a long time to be able to get this man even out of our property. And when we had gotten that, we realized the amount of damage that had been done to the property. Now, these are some of the issues also that landlords face where they say, you know what, we need you to pay upfront in case
Just in case,
to cushion some of the costs and stuff that they do. But we need to find a middle ground. We really need to find a middle ground. Honestly, it's not about a cathedral right now. It's about health.
It's
it's
not about a
roads, it's about
cathedral right
accommodation.
now.
More housing. We need it.
You know,
I can see you're passionate about the cathedral issue.
No, I'm passionate about the fact that we have such misplaced priorities in this country.
Yeah.
That cathedral issue.
You know?
Of course, I'll choose a housing project over building a cathedral.
Come
I
on.
will on any day. Or
Yeah.
any other project, be it hospitals,
Yeah.
roads.
Roads, hospitals,
Just
health,
name it.
education,
I
accommodation.
will pick all of that. But you know something? On the other hand, this is a conversation I think I've stayed away from for personal reasons, of course. Not because I want to be all crife or religion. But I think that as a Christian, there are times that you need something from God. And when you're very desperate and you feel like you want to make a promise to Him. I think I've done that before. 2020, I did that. And so I am thinking that
Somebody made a promise to build a
our
cathedral.
president made a promise to God that, you know, if I become the president, I will build you a cathedral, which is beautiful.
Anita.
It is beautiful to
Anita,
glorify the name of
Anita,
God.
Hallelujah.
But do we need
Hallelujah.
that now?
Hallelujah.
I do not know. You have to
Hallelujah.
answer that.
Hallelujah. Anita, we'll fight here. Let me tell you.
Fight.
No, you know, he could have decided to build something smaller.
He
and all,
should build
But
it.
you know, we want the cathedral to be a monumental edifice.
On this note, we will go for a break before me and
I'm
Anita.
glad we are going on a break.
Before me and Anita start
I'm glad
to
we are
fight
going on a break.
over this
See, guys, you're getting it wrong. But
Over
you know,
this
the cathedral
issue.
will build it maybe in 2050 something.
Thank
No
you.
problem.
Yeah.
If we have
For
solved all
now,
our problems.
give us accommodation. Accommodation.
On that note, let's take a break, guys. Let's take a quick break. We hope you're enjoying us with your fan milk, with your jollof that you use tasty tom and onga to prepare. We hope you're having a great time. We have so much more coming up after the break.
Welcome back. This is still the Ladies Circle. It's a girls affair this evening. It's getting a little bit heated here as we talk all things concerning young ones like ourselves, and the plight of the ordinary Ghanaian gets us a bit passionate here. But thank you for joining us on the Ladies Circle. It's now time to play a game like we typically do. This one is all about breath control. In through the nose, out through the mouth.
It's about the diaphragm, the expansion of the diaphragm that goes into the esophagus, that comes through the mouth cavity.
Yeah,
that
buccal
goes
cavity.
into, goes into
the larynges
balloon.
and larynges. And I did elective biology.
Oh,
so
did you? Oh,
wow.
my
I did,
goodness. I realized that. You're a science student.
Yeah, I wasn't a science student. I was a home economics student, but I did a lot of science.
You have to do
Got
science
you.
in there, don't you?
Yeah,
You have to do
so
biology.
food and all, you have to know how the, you know.
The intitration
so
was, yeah.
in a sense, I'm a science student.
You know
Absolutely.
what? You're wifey material.
Charlie, hey, remember name is Subaru.
All right, shall we get into the game?
Yes, sure.
All right.
Well, as you can see, we all have a balloon each. We were talking about the diaphragm going into the esophagus. Yes, I'm sure you got the gist of what the game was. We have 10 seconds. We want to know whose diaphragm can blow the biggest balloon. Yes. You know, this could actually be a side hustle, you know, balloon blowing. So don't take it for granted. So it's just a very simple warm up.
Yeah, let's open
Yeah,
it up
just,
so
you know,
that-
you're adjusting the balloon. Okay,
Get
no
me.
problem. So 10 seconds on the clock. Which one of the ladies can blow the biggest balloon, and whoever does wins. Are we ready, ladies?
Hey, no cheating.
Oh, I'm just giving it little air.
Ready?
Science center
Okay.
is already there.
And it's 10 seconds starts now. Hey.
Hey. Hey. Ah, balloon nothing. Please, I had a malfunction with the balloon. We have to have a recount. Please, balloon and no nothing.
And yes, she worry.
Wait.
I'm second.
And there we have it. 10 seconds of breath control.
Okay,
In
so
my defense, I have asthma.
Ajua Nuela is first. Break it down. Diaphragm. Give it to them. Oh, buaka. Anita is second. Of course, I'm third. And as per usual.
No, I want a rematch. Your
Based on
balloons
technical
are
difficulties.
technically not up to par. How can the balloon disintegrate in
Oh
my
my
mouth? Come on,
goodness.
guys. I want a rematch.
Oh my goodness. Helen is fourth.
We're having a rematch.
You are not
Yes,
having a
we
rematch.
have
A
rematch.
This is not fair. How can my balloon disintegrate? We're having a rematch.
You know something?
A rematch
All the air
it is.
in my
We are
diaphragm
having a
is
rematch.
finished.
Yes.
I can't do
Round
it
2, fight.
Yeah, so loser. We are not doing it again.
Yes,
We are
Helen,
doing it again.
You have a balloon.
On that note, I think it's just appropriate if Helen, takes us on to break. Helen, over to you.
If you think there should be a rematch, use the hashtag The Lady Circle. We appreciate all your thoughts, your comments, and your suggestions. Do keep them coming. Go and fill up your cups, get some more snacks, and join us. We will be right back right here on The Lady